the Know Your Gear podcast.
Hey, Phil, I have a Charvel DK24 USA humbucker single. When I move my hand up and down the neck, touching each fret ends, produce a static pop. Oh yeah, that happens. It's worse with single coils, but doesn't stop when I touch strings. Sure, guitars get static charges. This is an argument I have with all kinds of guitar techs around the world. And remember, guitar techs are not so much like smarter or dumber than each other, but they're where confusion I think happens is they live in different parts of the world and have different types of problems to deal with, which is probably unique, probably not unique for anybody, right? I'm sure mechanics and where it's cold and snowing all the time have different problems with cars than mechanics that live in the desert. My point is, in the desert where it's super dry, okay, all the time, static electricity is an issue. And so we get a lot of guitars with static. And so what causes static electricity on guitars for the most part is going to be a couple things. Metallic finish paint jobs they get static. You have friction between your body. Believe it or not, those metallic paint jobs, they create static, right? Between you have static, they pick up the charge. It happens. It's really weird, but it happens. Plastic components pick up static charge really easy too. So pick guards, back plates, all that stuff pick up static charge really easy, and it transfers. And then it gets in your guitar. And then, so you know, your strings, and it just gets anywhere. I've heard and I've seen dozens of techs say, oh, shield the cavity in your guitar and you won't have static electricity. I think shielding the cavity in your guitar is a good idea. However, I can tell you right now, 9 out of 10 times, for instance, if there's shielding or if there's static charge, there is shielding. The shielding doesn't cause it, but the shielding doesn't stop it the way people think. The reason I think people think that shielding is a big deal is because Gibsons get a lot of static charge, Les Pauls, and they don't have shielding. And so the math, I think, is like, they don't have shielding and static happens. It's just, like I said, a gold top Les Paul will get more static than a regular, wood top one. So I use fabric softener, static guard. You can get dryer sheets. However, dryer sheets, the only thing is you want to use unscented sheets because they have this cakey stuff and you just don't want that on your finish, right? It's not work. So if you can get an unscented dryer sheet that doesn't have any like soaps or all that crap on there, fine. If not, just get yourself a flannel, cotton, or microfiber cloth and spray it with static guard. Just spray it on there. And I pat it with my hand just to dry it out because you want it to be not moist, right? Just dry. And then wipe the guitar down. Here's what it will do. It'll go away and it'll come right back. And then you do it again. And you'll do it again. And you will have to do this until it stops. This could be from now on, every time you play your guitar, you just pick up a sheet and do that every time. Or you could do it once or twice and it never comes back ever again. Or you can do it once or twice and it won't come back until next year, next season. Either way, that's what you're going to do. I've done it so many times, thousands of times, for thousands of customers, for myself, for everybody. It's just something that happens. It's just a real thing. It happens all the time. And there is no guitar that is immune to the problem. If you're like, oh, I have had a guitar and never had static on it, that doesn't mean anything. It just means it hasn't happened to you. But it happens all the time to all kinds of guitars. Certain guitars are more notorious for it. And then somebody, I think Nell is trying to say, I saw your post. I think you were typing too fast. Will it harm a nitro finish? What I would tell you is, if you're worried about your finish on your guitar, especially nitro, what I would do is, like I said, make sure that you pat it out so it's not damp. Wipe the guitar down, and then you can use another cloth and guitar polish and just clean the guitar, and it will be fine. It'll come off. I've never had a problem with it. So again, don't spray static guard directly on your finish. Don't put it on there wet. Don't leave it on there wet. And if you're worried about it, then you can clean it off. I always clean it off just because if I'm dealing with the customer's guitar, it's just instinctive to me to always wipe the customer's guitar down. But that's what I recommend to you. It works really good. The static guard I use, if you look in my any of my videos, you'll see shelves behind me with all kinds of chemicals. The one I use the most is a static guard that I buy at like Petco or whatever. It's made specifically for pets. I don't know why I use it. That's just what I got, and I like it, and that's what I use. But like I said, the other Other thing I heard, but I've never seen it work, is somebody says if you do get the dryer sheets that have the cakey perfumes and stuff on them, you can put a paper towel over that and then have that between the paper. I don't know if that works, but like I said, I used to use dryer sheets when you can find unscented ones, but it got harder and harder to find those. So I just gave up. So if you like this clip and you'd like to watch another one, you can click right here. And if you want to see the entire episode of the podcast, you can click right there. As always, thank you for your time and know your gear.